Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. It was not a good day. Rant. It's been a week since I found out. I've been really busy with getting the kids' show open, so I really haven't had a chance to think about it except at night when it's quiet. I have ADHD, so I'm used to thoughts jumping around, but this is different. Today was not good. We opened the kids' show, but I was not excited about it at all. I usually love opening night, but I didn't want to be there at all. I have so much that I want to say, but I'm afraid that it would just make things worse in the long run. She's sleeping and I can't, because all I see or hear when I try to close my eyes is her with him. It isn't fair. I want to make it work. She seems sincerely sorry for what happened. I haven't really slept in a week and it's starting to show. My appetite is gone. Tonight I was laying in bed and I just stared at her with so much anger, disappointment, confusion, sadness, and hatred that I started to break down. She reached for me and I let her hold my hand. Then she tried to put me to sleep by stroking my face, but I couldn't fall asleep. I let her touch me because I needed to feel something. She then turned away and fell asleep, so now I'm sitting on the edge of the bed writing this. She was the one who pulled me up when the same thing happened with my ex-wife and I split up. I trusted her. I was finally starting to heal, and then I found out that she messed around with some guy for months and even told him she loved him, sucked him off, and let him stick his fingers in her during multiple meetups. All while we were together. I feel lost again. Broken all over again. When you wrote that you couldn't fall asleep and she just turned around and fell asleep, really broke my heart a little. Seems like she has no problem with what she did or how you are feeling. When you made the decision to stay with her, why have you made the decision? Because you wanted to, or because you felt that you had no other choice? What actions has she taken to start on working out the damage she did, to win your trust back and to show you that she wants to be with you? Do you know who her AP is/was? Is he completely cut out of her life? I made that decision because she's a huge part of my life and I do love her. She's shown remorse about what happened when we talk, and she looks at me. She hasn't been upset with me over the little things like forgetting to take out the trash or help around the house act like she used to. I do know who her AP was, not personally, but she used to work with him, and 2 years ago when I caught her sending sexual gifts and tell him stuff like that, I gave her an ultimatum. She told me, but then I found out from his wife that the affair didn't truly end until 2021. She destroyed your trust, did the exact thing your first wife did. Good luck. Was she caught or confessed? You do know they had intercourse, right? She's trickle-truthing you. The healing can't begin until the last lie has been told. There is no healing from cheating, dude. Either he lives with the pain and gets used to it, or cut her off. I've asked both him and her and they both say that they haven't, but it's crossed my mind. I hate shitty people. I'm sorry, man. Thank you. It's going to be a hard road ahead of you. It is. I'm still going through it myself. You have to concentrate on you. Just you. She doesn't need healing like you do. I wished all of this cheating never existed. My D-Day was 7 months ago and I still hurt. I still lol at her the way you do, closing my eyes, and I still get mind movies of her with them. It's going to be a hard road. I hate not being able to get the vision of them together out of my mind. Yeah, those mind movies. I still have them from time to time. It disgusts me. Bro, don't try to sweep it under the rug. You need to face it. It's too early for you to get healed. It takes years to feel better. You need to talk to her about how you feel. Go for therapy. Start focusing on yourself. I try to face it and I always stop myself because I don't want to go completely off on her. I know my limits, and right now it would not be a good idea at all for me to face it head on and try to talk it through. I don't trust myself just yet. I also don't want to talk about it with the kids here. I only have them on the weekends, so I am waiting for them to go back to their mom's house before I bring it up too much. She's not sorry. Sorry she got caught, that's about it. She's broken and it's not a matter of if it happens again but when. Be smart, don't rug sweep it. Get to an attorney and learn your rights. I asked her if she was ever going to tell me what happened and she said no because she didn't want to see me hurting like I am. We're not married so an attorney is not necessary. It's not that she didn't want to see you hurting, it's because she's selfish and wanted to protect herself from embarrassment and shame. She wasn't doing you any favors. That's always the cheater's spin. The fact that you're not married makes moving on much easier. Maybe not emotionally but all the other stuff that comes with untangling a marriage. Think hard if you stay as this is who she is. It will get worse before it gets better. Remember to focus on you and only you. There is no reconciliation if there is no you left to reconcile. Rediscover yourself and take some time to just be you, thoughts and flaws and feelings and all. Time and clarity will do you wonders and help you make a clear and conscious decision about what is next for you in life, whether you divorce or whatever. But don't stay with her just because that's the easier choice or what you feel like you should do. Do what's best for you and your mental health and future safety. And if that means you value the status quo over fidelity, then so be it. But don't expect her to really change. The best indicator of someone's future behavior is their past. Thank you. Right now I think that I am still processing everything, but as of right now I do want to stay. Does that make me less of a man? No, it doesn't. I'm sure you know most people would recommend leaving, but no matter what it's best to get a clear head right now before making any decisions. What would make you less of a man is if you were not processing things well and making decisions without clearing your mind. If you want to stay, that's fine. But it won't be as it was. So you need to really start focusing on yourself and what will make you happy, because it can't just be your marriage. You have to find a way to change your life so that if this ever happens again, you will be fine alone. So like I said, please take the time to heal and rediscover who you are without her. Because at the end of the day, you're you and she is her. Don't forget that. I don't say any of this to discourage you, I just don't want you to be disappointed if nothing feels as it once was or lose track of yourself trying to heal the marriage. There's nothing wrong with staying if you really understand what you're getting yourself into and decide it's worth it, but don't do all the work. The average marriage needs 2 to 5 years to reconcile after an affair, usually much more. And you're still there? Why? I love her. She helped bring me out of the darkest place I've ever been in my life. She loves my kids and they love her. She seems to be remorseful when we do talk about it, which hasn't been much. I want to have a full conversation with her about the entire thing before I absolutely decide where we're going from here. Did I screw up? What is happening? Advice. Long story short, my GF of 3 years had an emotional affair that turned physical, not much, a BJ from her to him and him fingering her. They say it only happened once, both on separate occasions when they would meet up, but I don't know. After I found out about it 3 weeks ago, my mind and emotions have been all over the place. I was feeling really lonely and lost, and as angry as I was at her, I initiated sex with her. She didn't hesitate, but I felt my ability as a man had been severely affected. Right afterwards I distanced myself drastically to her, but a few days later I felt the urge to go at it again, which we did. We have a huge family trip coming up this week and 2 weddings this month that we have to attend, so I don't know if I just wanted everything to be as normal as possible or what. We haven't had sex since, but I don't know what exactly is going on. She is not your GF. She is a girl that you occasionally have sex with, and she's also another guy's side piece, or perhaps a side piece for a few other guys. What's not to love about her? Certainly go to weddings. You may get lucky with a few bridesmaids. The sexual urge is called hysterical bonding, where people try to fix it all and rebond through sex. It's a normal urge, but it only makes it harder to do the real work of acknowledging the truth and dealing with it appropriately. I don't mean to be harsh, but multiple instances of cheating is a big sign that she doesn't have it in her to be faithful. Don't postpone doing what needs to be done. Also, never believe the first story, ever. The need to minimize and trickle truth are part of the cheater MO. When she says it was only a BJ and fingering, you know it was more. When she says it was only once or twice, you know it's been many times. When she says it was only this guy, you know there have been others. You have no obligation to stay together for the sake of keeping appearances for weddings or other events. Nothing stops you from attending on your own. Keep your dignity, leave the cheater, learn from the experience. A period of heightened sexual activity after cheating is not unusual, and is just a sign of the conflicting emotions and feelings you are experiencing. Sorry, but these are two occurrences of cheating, not one. If you are familiar with trickle truthing, where cheaters release small portions of information about their cheating at a time, it may come out that they were ducking like rabbits for weeks. Just don't be sure you have all of the information this early in the revelations. Continue to probe until you feel you have enough information to make a decision. I want to be honest with you, just based on the little you have shared, the outlook for your relationship does not look encouraging. Good luck to you. I've been asking questions when I get the confidence to. She seems to be sticking to her story, but again I'm not sure. Have you got access to her phone? Often the truth can be found there. Was she caught or did she come clean with what she did? AP's wife contacted me about it. And your response was to stay with her and take her to family events? What is wrong with you? I don't think you screwed up, and if this happened more than once, then I would reconsider your relationship. I sorta wish I did a long time ago when it happened to me. One who doesn't value a relationship doesn't respect you at all. Has she told you something about your behavior? She apologized and seemed sorry? Has she tried something to regain your confidence? Tell him how you feel and be sincere. If you don't say it, there will be more and more problems. If you think it is necessary to finish, do it. There is nothing wrong. She broke your trust. She has. She said that it's confusing, which I understand. She has apologized and seems sorry. No, not really, there hasn't been a chance to, because we've both been busy over the last few weeks. We've talked about it somewhat and she just keeps says that she's sorry and doesn't know how to fix it. Well, here's how she fixes it. She tells you the truth from start to finish, including the generic sexual details. Cheaters lie, and they do so from a very toxic mix of mentality and emotion. It is almost never what they initially confess to, so discuss this with her when you sit her down and explain why you need to know all of it. She will most likely try or will refuse, because cheaters rightfully believe you will leave them if you knew everything that happened. But it is impossible to get by the cheating if you don't know the full extent of it. You probably won't like this either, but if she refuses to confess all of it, you need to leave her, and this is regardless of if you want to try and reconcile. Cheaters have extreme difficulty confessing because the shit they did is vile and there is no justification they can hide behind. If she will not disclose everything, one of the only ways to get them to is to leave. They literally have to be shocked out of their cheating bubble and understand their relationship is over if they cannot come clean with all of it. Only then can you decide if you can proceed with a reconciliation attempt. You should contact the other betrayed partner, as they may have more info than you, especially since they discovered the infidelity. You debase yourself every time you touch her. You enjoy sharing her with another married man. I don't think so. I think cheating once is bad. Sex or no sex. But she cheated at least twice on 2 separate occasions. Sex or no sex, again. That means she had to make a conscious decision on each occasion to put her wants or desires for someone other than her BF above the relationship. I will say, I don't believe it only happened twice, and unless you two are like late teens, maybe early 20s, I do have a hard time believing that on those only 2 occasions, sex wasn't had and that is all they did. So like what, she walked in his house, blew him, walked out? She walked in his house again, he fingered her, and she walked out? That sounds nonsensical. I mean, I guess it could happen, but I doubt it. But let's say it only ever happened twice, and what she said happened is 100% accurate. She still made the decision on 2 separate occasions to betray your trust and the relationship/bond you two have. I have no issue with open relationships, or polyamory, or even just casual sex, as long as all people involved are in the know and accept. You weren't in the know and didn't accept, and that's messed up. You can rebuild your trust, but it has to start with her being completely honest and how it happened. And then you can make an educated decision on what you want to do next. Infidelity can be something that doesn't tear two people apart, but without complete honesty, it's just delaying the inevitable. First off, nothing will be normal with her from now on if you try. She's broken your trust, and the person that you know isn't there anymore. She's a shadow of the person you knew. Accept the fact that she cheated, and anything she admitted to isn't the whole truth. It's a hard pill to swallow, but you have to move on without her. You have a first version of the truth and not a denial. This is a good start. Cheaters employ a technique called trickle truth, where they release details gradually, usually as more evidence comes to light or the lies they told become more untenable. Has she just confessed to what you already know about, i.e. what OBS told you, or has she added any further details? If she has told you more, then this is a good sign. If not, sorry. Often men get hung up on the physical. She's described as sort of high school fooling around. How old is she? After a prolonged DA, would either of them be satisfied at this if they were alone? It doesn't ring true. Adults have sex with the people they are romantically involved with. More concerning is the EA. This is what will destroy your relationship, especially if she lies, gaslights and trickle truths. You need to see what she has been saying to him through her gadgets. You can't believe her words. It's natural to want to reclaim what is yours, but intrinsically you have a grasp that she isn't just yours any longer. Hysterical bonding. It's not good. You really should not be rewarding her by going to family events, smiling for the audiences, etc. Right now you should be taking time apart, no contact, and sorting out your feelings. You can't reconcile until AP is out of the picture, including her mourning the loss of that nasty little relationship and the last lie has been told. Always remember, just because you can reconcile does not mean that you should, and it's okay to change your mind at any point. Even if she does everything correctly, you still might not want to eventually. You are currently in denial, trying to quickly put the pieces back to how it was before finding out. This will soon pass, and then the real thinking can begin. If she is being truthful, then I wouldn't worry unless he had some Mickey Mouse fingers. I don't believe she is being fully honest. Are they still talking to each other as friends? Get to STD check. She's not UGF, just an emotional CU duck, and should stop, and yeah, it's more than that. Likelihood is they planned what to say previously. She didn't just give him a BJ and get fingered, they had sex. This sounds like classic trickle truth. If you want to stay, you will need to find a way to get her to tell the full truth, including why she felt entitled to cheat on you, and why she felt entitled to cheat with a married man. Frankly, she doesn't sound remorseful to me. Who was the AP? Co-worker? If so, she quits job immediately. Remember, if the AP's wife did not catch him, this would still be happening. What happens when the next guy comes along? You deserve better. Only a BJ? Yay, sure. Cheaters lie. Even if it was only once, then every time you kiss her you will think about this man in her mouth. Can you live with this? We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.